Today we are in San Francisco and we're going to be retracing some of the steps of Alfred Hitchcock in some of his filming locations in movies like Vertigo, and also just some of the places that he loved. So this was the original location of Ernie's restaurant, which was not only a well-known restaurant in San Francisco, but one of Hitchcock's personal favorites. He basically recreated the entire restaurant on a set in Hollywood, even calling it Ernie's, just like the real San Francisco. He also would dine here often, and allegedly he also even had cases of wine stored here so that when he was in town he would have his own personal collection of wine from which he could choose. He loved this restaurant so much, he recreated the entire restaurant on a set in Hollywood for the movie Vertigo. And it was in Ernie's where Scotty first sees Madeline dining with Gavin. Definitely doesn't look like it used to. It's much different.
It's like the entrance to an apartment building now.
Yeah, but it's still a cool piece of history.
So the architecture on the outside has changed in the doorways. There used to be archways, like curved archways right here, which looks like they've removed, but you can still tell that it's the right building based on the windows.
We're at the Brocklebank Apartments. It is where Madeline and Gavin lived in Vertigo, and it looks pretty much unchanged. And these posts are just, I think, the most beautiful part. They're so cool. So right over here is where Madeline's car would have been parked. Looks like they've turned it into some hedges instead of parking. Looks a little different, but for the most part, pretty much unchanged since the movie.
So would you find it interesting that you just like pull up the street and you just drive over the corner of it, like there's an apron.
That's weird, yeah.
To park there.
That is really odd, isn't it? So Scotty then follows Madeline down this lane, and it looks like her car parked like right up in there where there's cars parked, because there were these kind of big garage doors in front of her, and it looks like that's what those two things were right there, and they just reconstructed them. So her car would have been parked right about here, and he follows her into what was this doorway right here into the flower shop, which has now been sealed up. It's weird. It's weird that they're just totally sealed over. Yeah, and like those are clearly where they used to have big like kind of rolling doors, or like big garage doors, and they closed those in too. It's interesting. This is the actual exterior of the flower shop. It's now a 7 for All Mankind, but this was a real flower shop, and I believe I think it still exists, but I think it moved, but I'm not totally sure about that. So Scotty follows Madeline here to Mission Dolores, which is just beautiful. So that tree has grown quite a bit. There's much more tree, but I think right about where that car is parked, maybe a little bit in front, where Jeremy's showing you, is where her Jaguar would have been parked. Yeah, it's really pretty. Apparently this is the oldest mission in San Francisco. It was built in the 1700s.
San Francisco.
So is this the secret side door that he went into, I think?
That one.
That one?
Yeah.
So now we're inside the mission. Scotty follows Madeline down in through here. What the movie doesn't really show is this super cool ceiling. What did he say about it?
The first Indians and Spaniards baptized here painted the ceiling.
That is really cool. That's a cool spiral staircase too. They were also telling us that this is the only mission in the state that has all of the original roofing and architecture. Oh, like everything else has been rebuilt in some fashion, so that's really cool. It's weird because in the movie, oh no, because it would have been that door, you just can't go through there. In the movie, it looks like he follows her through a door over here, which we can't access. So Scotty comes walking through here like that. There's lots more trees than there were before. And he's looking over here at where Madeline is. Then he comes around the corner. There's a shot of him about right here, because you can see those in the background. And he's, I think, looking over here. He comes over and he's looking at where she was just looking, which would have been right about here, because the scene matches up where there's a podium over there, or a pillar over there, and then there's a roof. The roofing is right in the background, so this is about where her grave would have been. So, cool. I guess, maybe there. This is a really cool cemetery. Only one of two inside the city of San Francisco. It also shows her standing, and he's looking over, and there's a pillar and then a person, a statue person. I think it's right there. That's what you can see in the shot. Scotty then follows Madeline here to the Legion of Honor. It's a beautiful building. She walks past the thinker in here. My gosh, this is so massive. It's really cool because in the exact spot that she's sitting in Vertigo, they have a Vertigo display with a blurred Carlotta painting with flowers. So it's pretty neat. It's a good time to be here. That's cool. They've even got her cool flowers. That's cool. Yeah, this is cool. They have like some Vertigo exhibit right now.
Just like a little mini exhibit.
Yeah. They've moved things around a bit, but some of the paintings that were in the movie that Scotty walks past, like this one right here, are here. And it looks like this other one with these kids. Another piece that he walks past. That was incredible. Not only did we see a really cool filming location from Vertigo, but that is just an incredible art gallery. We saw Monets, we saw Van Gogh, we saw mummies. It was very cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was
definitely
worth it.
Definitely recommended. There's a scene where Scotty's waiting in his car right there, and you can see the Flood Mansion right here in the front, and the Grace Cathedral back there. It's pretty much looks the same other than the cars. And that's also right across the street from the Fairmont and the Brocklebank. Yeah, okay, this is totally the spot that they showed driving. That's a shot where they come driving up there. This is so cool.
In 600 feet, turn left to stay on Marine Drive.
Thank you. I wasn't sure where to go. I'm glad that's been cleared.
Turn left to stay on Marine Drive, then your destination will be on the right.
Oh, so this is where Fort Point is. I wasn't totally clear about it. Out there. Cool. I read that Kim Novak's double would jump onto like a tarp that they had out there, and that then they shot the actual scenes, the water scenes, in just a stage with a pool with stairs, because there weren't stairs here. So this is Scotty's apartment in Vertigo. Sadly looks totally different. I guess the owner a few years ago was upset with all the people coming and visiting and totally redid the exterior. But it still has that nice view down the street. This is approximately the shot of where Scotty goes walking through Union Square in the early hours of the morning. It's on this corner right here. It is all under construction over here right now, but the buildings mostly still match up, so. Oh no, these birds seem kind of terrifying. Leave me alone. No, but seriously, what are they doing?
Making you feel uncomfortable.
I guess. And now all of a sudden I'm noticing all of the birds everywhere. So this is the St. Joseph's Hospital where Scotty recovers after the whole fall incident. And it looks kind of different. You could see the city in it in the movie, and it's just foliage. So this is the street where Scotty follows Judy. She goes walking down this street right along there. You can tell like that architectural structure there is still there. She goes walking over to what is now the Hotel Vertigo, but during filming it was the Empire Hotel. So Judy goes into what was the Hotel Empire. There was a sign there before, but it's gone. So Judy goes walking into the Hotel Empire, which the sign used to be there. It's not there anymore, but it's that room right there, second one up. That is her room. And now you can stay in that room at the hotel if you please. So in another instance of Hitchcock being very detail-oriented and recreating sets, he actually recreated essentially what the rooms look like there at the hotel in a set in LA. So that's pretty cool. Shall we go in the lobby? Take a look. It just looks fancy. They have a Vertigo poster. That's how you know it's Hotel Vertigo. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. It's funny because like if you look at this hallway, like even the hallway looks like it does when she's walking in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like that. Cool. Judy and Scotty take a leisurely stroll right along here in front of the Palace of the Fine Arts. So right here is where Scotty takes Judy to Ransohoff's. I think it would have been in that location right there, but it is definitely a different looking store now. Just come in here real quick. So this is the Venetian Room. It is so magnificent in person. This is really cool. So this is basically in Vertigo. Scotty and Judy go ballroom dancing, and it wasn't actually filmed here, but Hitchcock, in another one of his like painstakingly detailed recreations of this room, he even had coasters, or not coasters, ashtrays from the hotel on the set in Los Angeles to recreate it down to the T. So it's very cool. They pretty much only use it for like special events and meetings now, which looks like something ended here. But a lot of the detail is still the same. Oh, okay. Sorry. This is really cool. I think the camera was on a weird setting before. But yeah, it's very opulent. That's a good word for it, right? I'm good. Yeah, it's really cool in here. I'd love to see it with all the lights. The lighting's a little dim, but yeah, it's a beautiful looking place. Someone is very excited about Brown-Eyed Girl. So, Grace Cathedral was used in another Hitchcock film, Family Plot. And at night, it's super cool. It's weird, so it's just plain colors. They must shine lights or something on it. Okay. So the stairs look different from when they did in Family Plot, but everything else looks the same. It is so beautiful in here. Cool. Well, Jeremy was right. It is stained glass. I thought it was some kind of light effect. This is a nice view too. Got Brocklebank right there, and Flood Mansion, and just the Fairmont right there. Peeking out. So, side filming location. This was used in the Maltese Falcon, and it's a restaurant that's been around for over 100 years, so that's pretty cool too. So, still Hitchcock, different movie. The opening sequence of The Birds was actually also filmed here in Union Square. In the opening scene, Tippi Hedren comes walking along and across the street here. And you can, I can match up that building there is the same. It looks like that one's different, and these windows have been replaced, but they're still the same shape. So she comes along over to here on her way to the bird shop, the pet shop, I guess, but focusing on birds. So this is what was once the Stage Door Theater here in San Francisco. This is where they first premiered Vertigo. Hitchcock took journalists around town on a tour of some of the filming locations, and then they screened Vertigo here in this theater It was the first time it was shown publicly, so it's a pretty cool piece of history. It looks like it's getting totally gutted and redone, so hopefully they will make it something cool. There's a notice that they're doing some construction, so I wonder what's going on in there. Cool. So I think that's going to conclude our tour of Hitchcock's San Francisco, mostly Vertigo locations, but there are plenty of other places. I hope we can get back here soon so that we can show you some of the other places that Hitchcock himself liked to go. And also, we really need to get to Bodega Bay so we can see the birds filming locations, and I would really like to see San Juan Bautista, where the mission that the end of Vertigo is filmed at. So hopefully we'll be able to make it there, and in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, why don't you subscribe? We make lots of other videos about all kinds of stuff. Hit that like button, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.